Good
Hey.
evening, and hello everyone. I'm so excited to all have you here. So we really thought about how we can best target our population and best talk to you and find the best possible program. And we really thought about what we went through and how it could inspire you. So the first thing that came to our mind is we have people that are stuck in a loop of fears, of limiting beliefs, and they tend to freeze a bit and to not be able to move forward. Then one of the big concerns and issues of our clients are that they don't really know who they are, and they lack a bit of authenticity because they were really trying to fit in their whole life, and they're completely confused about who they truly are and who they have been told to be. And this is also very much linked to purpose because oftentimes they also lack of meaning, and they're really looking for a deeper sense in their lives. And then this is also very much linked to a lack of self-confidence. So we have a lot of clients that have huge potentials that are true talents, but they often don't see it. And we really are here to reveal it and to help them move forward. And once you know who you are and you know what your purpose is, very often this confidence will kick in very naturally and you will flow way more easily than before. And of course, one of our big issues is that we are in a society of hyperproductivity, and therefore we tend to be overworked, and we don't really know how to take a break, how to stop, how to press reset on a day where a lot has been going on. And a lot of people still are in a loop of people pleasing because that's how they have received love and attention when they were children, and they tend to continue to do that as an adult. And so we really put together all these to create Pain to Purpose and to really help you move forward on all these issues and on all these concerns we have. So I would be curious in the chat, did some of them hit home for you? You can just say yes, no. Very good. Beautiful. Julie is already perfect. We all know that. Okay. Very good. Okay. So I just talked about the concerns that most of you and most of us have, because I also deeply feel concerned by all these, and I'm still not perfectly healed. But there are really two types of people that come to us. The passive observer, as we have called them, which often tend to stay in their comfort zone, thinking that this is the illusion of safety that it is giving them, but actually they stay in discomfort. Because you have been grown up in a difficult environment, and then you will tend to reciprocate those kind of environments as adults, even if deep down you know that it's not doing you good. Or you also feel undeserving of getting more of you. You have big dreams, you have these visions, but at the same time, you tend to say, okay, that's not for me, or why do I even think I can be able to reach that? Or you have these limiting beliefs kicking in. And therefore, those kind of people tend to miss a lot of opportunities, and they will stay stuck for a very long time. And then we have the action takers. The action takers are the ones that will be scared, but that will do it anyway. And that will go out there and get through this illusion of comfort, to try new things, to experiment. And they have this kind of warrior mindset, and they embrace failure as growth. I really think of Jonathan when I think of embracing failure as growth, because it's very much linked to his human design. But let me know if one of these two categories speak to you, and it's not one that is bad and the other one that is good. It's just something that we noticed. And for example, I have been in the passive observer seat for a very, very long time until things shifted in the last couple of years. So let me know a bit in the comments if it feels, if it resonates with you. Thank you, Veronique. Very good. Wonderful. Very good also to have both. And it's very true. It depends. Great. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay. Next slide, please, Dan. Very good. Okay. So here, for those who don't already know us, we are a group of 4 very different people, but who share the same vision. And that's what brought us together to create Jonathan. Let me speak. And we all came together for a very specific reason. And it's actually Julie who saw things in us before we maybe saw these qualities in us, and who all brought us together. And we are internally grateful for that. And so, as you can see, we have very, very different backgrounds. We have come from different origins. We come from different social backgrounds. We have different ages. But all these together, all these combined, we made a fun little calculation, and we came up with 56 years of experience combined. So we are like the grandpas of experience if we all put that together. And so this is really also something that is a bit unique in what we can propose to you, because we will come to it a bit later, but it's not just that we decided to all come together and to present our different methodologies and our different experiences. We've really had a deep work of trying to find how all our expertises and all our qualities, but also our differences, can be one. And so it's not just Julie being the trauma practitioner and Jonathan working with Lego. It's not 1 + 1 = 2, it's 1 + 1 = 1. And this makes really a really unique blend, and we're really, really proud of what we brought together, and we are very eager to share in the next couple of slides what it entails in details. So the Pain to Purpose program includes, as I was already telling you, a very holistic approach. And we are really not trying to put you into boxes and not trying to do what worked on us. Yes, of course, we have some life-changing events that happened on our healing journey, thanks to very specific methods that helped us. But we are really looking at you from a multidimensional perspective. So we are taking all of you, everything that is you, and trying to do our best to accompany your healing journey in a very specific way. So we have a mix of theory and practical assignments, and we have a mix of quick wins, and that will give you a bit this momentum to keep going. It will give you this motivation, and we have long-term results that will give you discipline. And we decided to have 90-minute live workshops every 2 weeks on a very specific topic. As I was telling you, the blend of our different methodologies. And we have 45-minute Monday booster calls every other week, to not also overwhelm you with too much. That's something that we noticed in Pain to Purpose first edition. Mitch can probably say how it was, but it was a bit too much. And we decided to give you a bit more space, also to have the possibility to integrate what you are learning. And Jonathan will be the one handling the 45-minute Monday booster calls, and you will see there's a lot of fun, a lot of cries. It's very to keep a bit the momentum to help you stay motivated and disciplined throughout the 3 months. And the live workshops are really here to integrate learnings, also to work together as a team, as a community, and to be able to implement everything in your daily life. Then we also have accountability buddies that, so you will be paired with someone, and this other person will help you stay accountable throughout the whole course. And then, of course, we have a community group chat that is planned on Kajabi. So you already have an insight if you are part of This Is Yaya community. And this is also a great way to ask your questions, to share a bit how you're currently feeling. There we also share assignments. So there's also a lot of written communication going on. So as you see, we have very different teaching methods, which also helps to, how do we say, I'm very sorry, I'm a bit tired and I have the 3 languages in my head all the time. It really helps you to, if you have different memories. So for example, people tend to have more ease when they learn through live workshops and they can hear something, or they work with an accountability buddy, or someone is more comfortable just by written. So it really helps to integrate everything at your own pace and in your own timing and in your own way of learning. Exactly. Okay.
Thank you, Celia.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great, and I hope clear for everyone. So I'm Dan. I'm the philosopher of the group, you could say. So I'll explain a bit why we do what we do. So first of all, we want to help you break free and become your authentic self. And then the question arises, break free from what? And it's a number of different things. So it can be breaking free from a dysregulated nervous system, breaking free from chronic stress, burnout, a certain toxic environment you find yourself in, but also breaking free from conditioning, as Celia talked a bit about, and breaking free from limiting beliefs, things that are holding you back. Also breaking free from fear, for example, or staying full 100% in that passive observer mode, while it has some potential and some positive aspects to it. Always being in that mode doesn't lead to taking action on your healing journey. And when we break free from all of these different things, we can let our authentic self shine through. I like to use the metaphor of Native Americans. They have this story that all humans are born as a bowl full of light. So we are a ball of light, and through experiences in our lifetime, it gets filled up with stones, like some smaller stones, some bigger stones, depending on the experience. And the more stones are in your ball of light, the less light can shine through. So that's why we created this program. It's to help people together, help people to get some stones out of their bowl. Can't promise we'll get all of them out, but at least some, so so that your light can start shining more brightly and your authentic self can break through. Now, we also created this program because we believe that all human beings deserve to live fully and freely. So we believe that you deserve to find that authentic self, to find your purpose, and to turn the pain from our past or the pain that you are experiencing now into purpose.
All right, we're at the good part. I really want to take a moment to really stand still with this, because this is actually something that keeps on coming back and back and back again, these statements. We saw it in your scholarship applications. We saw it in the people who filled in the human design survey, but we also see it on a day-to-day basis when we work with our clients. And these are 2 slides with statements. I will go through them. Some of it, Celia actually already clarified a little bit, but I really want to paint this picture. So what you can see here is I want to change and I know what I want, but I have no energy for it. Or something that maybe deeply resonates is I don't feel supported enough. I feel isolated and lonely in this. Or I want purpose and meaning in my life, but I don't know my next steps. And some people are a professional in not really following through with healthy habits and the goals that they set for themselves. Also, some people say, I feel stuck and directionless and I don't know where to start. I don't have clarity about who I truly am or what I want. I'm overwhelmed, burnt out, or chronically dysregulated, and I doubt myself too much. My imposter syndrome and fear of failure are holding me back. So many people, they maybe have different problems, but they're actually having the same desires. So for instance, you have somebody who came up until this point where they're like, okay, I did some healing work. I shed some of my layers. My new version hasn't fully arrived yet, and I'm in this in-between space. I actually don't really know how to take the next steps. I have an idea now of who I am, and I want to take charge. I want to change, but I just don't know how. I don't have the proper guidance. I don't have the proper direction in where I want to go or how do I want to go about it. Then you also have the people who are like, okay, I have a very good idea of what I want to do with my life and I have passions and I have purpose, but I always end up in the same cycle of burnout, exhaustion, people pleasing my way out, hustling my way out, and that I just give up. And then I think I will try again when I have time or when I have more energy. A lot of people feel so lost and so stuck. They want change, they want meaning, they want purpose in their life, but they're scared to. Their emotional patterns and their belief patterns are holding them back. And you know what the good news is about all of this is that it is about patterns, nervous system patterns, survival patterns, trauma patterns, belief patterns. And although they might be deeply ingrained into our system, patterns can be changed. Patterns can shift. If you have the right tools, if you have the right information, if you have the right support and the right guidance, then you can break any pattern that you want. If it's on an identity level, if it's on a nervous system level, even if it's on a purpose level, you can break every pattern slowly but thoroughly if you want. I want to emphasize on the fact that even if you're in this spot where you're like, okay, I try to fill the expectations of others. Now I don't know who I am, or I know what I want, but I'm too scared, or I don't know what my next steps will be in life. Know that you are not a failure. Know that this is part of the human experience, that we have these patterns, that it's super normal to have these patterns. And also know that we humans are wired for survival and that we're always going to look for, okay, what keeps me safe? What's the best way to keep me safe? And we attach feeling safe with familiarity. So if chaos and suffering and procrastination and not taking chances is familiar for you, because that's predictable, you know the outcome, then we will always choose a familiar hell over an unfamiliar heaven. And that's what I wanted to emphasize, is that you are not a failure. There is nothing wrong with you. This is super normal, and this is exactly why we build Paying to Purpose. So I think Dan really wants to add something to this because he's actually the expert in behavioral science.
Thank you, Julie. Yeah, so as you mentioned, certain patterns and behavior can get wired into our neurology, into our brain. We have these pathways in our brain that gets wired. Every time we do the same behavior or same habit, it just gets strengthened. But the good news is that there's a lot of scientific evidence for neuroplasticity, so that basically means that our brains and our neurology can change. And it's not only that we can change behavior and certain patterns. Um, you can really rewire your brain and liberate yourself. And like I mentioned earlier, making that light from that ball of light that you are shine through. Even though sometimes it feels that we are stuck, we all deserve to feel better and to live that purposeful life that was meant for us. And we can find ways to be healthy and have quality relationships and have that dream career and make a sufficient amount of money as long as we take that first step, take that courage to move beyond fear, beyond self doubts, and beyond limiting beliefs, and to start changing those patterns. Now, this may seem like a lot or feel like a lot to do, but it actually goes very slowly. It's a gradual process, and behavioral science teaches us that the best way to also change habits is to start small and incrementally build them up. And that's something we also include into the program, that we guide you towards slowly but surely breaking those patterns and habits and helping you in changing. Now, as we saw earlier at the answers on the question that Jonathan asked, how you want to be remembered, we see that a lot of answers are altruistic in nature. It's towards kindness for other people and compassion and things like that. And you can also change because there's this deep altruistic motivation of becoming the best version of yourself in order to shine a light on the people around you and and your surrounding environment. So changing and taking the first step on this healing journey is not just something you do for yourself, it's also something you do for others because it inherently reflects on the collective.
One of the most important things that people tend to forget, that the most and actually the only supporter that you need is yourself. You have to believe in yourself, and they make it so difficult sometimes to believe in yourself because they give you on social media all the perfect ways to be, but none of them actually are saying anything about you. And I don't know if you know Jimmy Carr, but he said, um, comparison is the thief of joy. And as long as you compare yourself with other people, as long as you keep comparing yourself with what other people have, what other people do, how other people feel, how they look, how can you be happy? Because you're always comparing yourself, and you have to be your own biggest supporter. Every morning, I go when I'm brushing my teeth, I'm in the mirror, I'm ready to go. I go like, hey, you sexy motherfucker, you look good today. And if I don't believe it, and if I cannot say it to myself, how can I expect anyone to believe that it's true? Okay. Sorry, I just have two new cats and they're fighting. Um, they are so if you don't believe it yourself, if you cannot say about yourself that you look amazing, that you look good, that you're absolutely good at what you do, then how will you ever be able to break through the boundaries of the limitations that the people set on you? And that was deep. Um, so basically, what I want you to be is that you are your own biggest supporter. No one can be better. But we got some good news for you. If you decide to join this community, you've got 4 professional cheerleaders going on with you. We will cheer you on, not only by motivating you, but by giving you handles on how to get better at what you do. We will give you the necessary needs. Some of them already were in the Pay to Purpose program. You can ask Mitch about it. Um, if you need support, we are there. What we want from you is something that sounds easy, but it's not that easy because people, they forget how to have fun. They're looking at everyone else, at everybody going on social media, going to the parties, is this really fun for you or is it not? And we want you to have fun creating your dream life. You might have noticed that some of us are not always that serious, but we can say serious stuff in a non-serious way that you understand. But you have to be true in what you decide to do, to have your own opinion, to be confident about your opinion. I am very confident in saying that I don't know something because I know a lot of things, and by asking questions, I'm getting smarter and I'm getting the right answers. So it's okay. Not miss out on joy and money from fear, because one of the things that is holding you back is, yeah, but what if I cannot? It's the bird it's not worried about the little branch it goes to sit on. It has the confidence in its wings to fly if it needs to fly. So put the trust back in you instead of trusting on other people, on other things to lean on. We want you to grow. We want you to keep going. We want you to be non-dependent of us, non-dependent on other people to do what you need to do. We want you to walk into meetings, interviews, going on a date with whatever, with who you are, without having to put on a face that other people think is right, or what you think that other people think is right. Because in one of the Lego exercises that I do, I ask, how do you think that other people see you? And then when you tell this to other people, they go like, oh no, absolutely not. This person is completely different. I think about this person in this way. So you might have a completely twisted vision on what is. It's only when you're yourself, when you're your authentic self, then you can be recognized for who you are. That's why you have to be confident enough to say in the morning, hey, you motherfucker, you look really good. That's why you have to be able to say, I don't know. And you don't care because you're woman enough, you're man enough to own what you know and what you don't own. We don't want you to miss opportunities to live your dream life. And your dream life doesn't have to be the fancy flying around, being in every crowd, being present. If for you is your dream life living somewhere, just maybe imaginary, that it would be in Gran Canaria, having a place where you can do retreats in a small, a small community house with some rooms with people coming by. It's perfect. Who said that having your dream life needs to be anything else than what it is? With purpose, you follow through no matter what. If you know what you're doing, if you know why you're doing what you're doing, if you have the end goal in mind, then you will know where you're going. I already said this a couple of times. Everybody wants to be a lion until it's time to do the lion shit. Nobody wants to be full of blood. Nobody wants to be hurt by the elephant kicking back, by the zebra kicking you in the or whatever, or being bitten by other animals, they're scared of this. They want to be the pride, the big, but sometimes you just have to do the stupid shit. And if you have the purpose, if you have the end vision in mind, if you know where you're going, then it's perfectly fine. You will keep going because you know what you do it for, and you will be energized. You will radiate with energy. The people will feel starting attracted to you, because we will be talking this with human design. We will be talking this. If you're in alignment with who you are and what your potential is, you're not struggling, and you can say whatever you want. People don't like people that are struggling. Do the test for yourself. Ask yourself, if you meet someone at random at the workplace and they ask you, hey, how are you doing? You go, actually, today I feel really bad. I'm struggling a lot with myself. Oh, yeah, but I have another meeting now. We will talk later. They don't care. They are going away from other people. But if you say, damn, I feel amazing today. How are you? How are you? People will be, oh, why is he feeling so good? What is he doing? What is she doing? What is him? And you will radiate the energy. And that's what we want. Because when you're aligned with where you're going and everything is aligned, you just radiate. And when you help others in a way that they can heal, that they can grow, you will grow. Some great, amazing people said it. JF Kennedy said, service to the many leads to greatness. It's not in doing what you need to do that you get where you need to be. Zig Ziglar said, if you only help enough other people get what they want, you'll have everything in life what you want. And if you're living through your purpose and you're going to your goal, you will elevate other people with you. And that's one of the most beautiful gifts you can give yourself. Not others, you can give yourself, but because you will feel so fucking amazing good about yourself. And this one, I guess, is not for me anymore. Oh, apparently it still is. Oh, sorry. Dan made a little mistake. Usually my slides are green, so I know where to go. So your dream life checklist, I'm very sorry for that. Your dream life checklist is how can you help other people and how can you give back for what they did for you? It will attract the better things to come. Amazing health. Who's not dreaming about this? When you're feeling relaxed, when you feel yourself, you will feel better. You will start being better. You will have less troubles. Financial freedom and time. For me, financial freedom is never, I want to be fucking rich. But you know what rich is? To do whatever I want, whenever I want. And to be able to work every single day because I want to, not because I have to. Because I love what I do. I love helping people. And I want to work from everywhere. People that know me a little bit, I want to live in Brazil. My wife is from Brazil. We are looking for to go to China. Have been to South Korea. We have been to so many places already, and I want to keep going places. And the good thing is, during the course, some of us might not even be in the country when we're doing the course. Clients, colleagues, bosses love you because once you feel aligned, once you're getting in there, when you feel this alignment, you will feel better about yourself. You will be in a better mood. You will radiate with energy, and people will want to know what you do. So automatically, when you're independent, when you are doing what you like to do, people will be attracted to you. Well, you will not struggle with convincing your clients to work with you, your colleagues to follow your ideas, your boss to give you a raise, to give you that holiday you deserve. So it's really depending on what it is. And most of all, what I try to do, I try to inspire other people to be better than themselves, a little bit better every day, but I want to leave a good impression. I want to leave something behind that when people, after they meet me, they are feeling inspired to be good to other people, that they feel, oh, if this guy is feeling so good being what he is, then maybe I should try it too. So what we are trying to do is helping you getting on this amazing path and helping you find your story. And your story is something that Julie will talk to you about.
Thank you, Jonathan, for this inspiring talk. So I think that right now I want to get a little bit personal, guys. And I want to share some of our stories. And it's not because we're super special or anything. It's because we really hope that through the things that we share, that you resonate with that. And also that you know that because of our suffering, because of our story, because of the chaos and the havoc that we went through, this is exactly why Pain to Purpose exists. So I think that Pain to Purpose came alive thanks to the fact that we had to rebuild ourselves and that we went through this journey. And I actually really wanted to create a space where I was like, okay, but what if we can help people map out their journey with all the experience and all the professional knowledge that we have? So I would not say a quick fix because I don't believe in quick fixes, but that you have the proper guidance, the right tools, and the whole journey from A to Z just here presented to you, and that you can follow this direction. So maybe I will just start with myself. I have to admit that I was the weird child who lived in her own world, and even at my own birthday parties, I would always disappear, go on an adventure, and wandering and exploring in my own imagination. And I also still, up until this day, my parents still tell me that on every vacation they really had to go and look for me because I was wandering off going on my own adventure. Everybody was worried, but I was just, living my best life. They even had to change the lock on the front door, because as a 2 or a 3-year-old, I would just like disappear and go on the street and go and do my own thing. But you know, as you grow up, that the world really stops celebrating stuff like that. And I think that undiagnosed ADHD at that time and also autistic traits meant that I really struggled in school. And you don't really get the message of, Julie, your brain works a little bit differently. No, the message that you hear is you are not good enough, or you are too much, or you're difficult, you're not smart enough, and you're not listening, you're not paying attention, show a little bit more interest. So what I actually learned is I learned to hide myself. And what I learned is that, okay, in order to be loved and to have connection, I need to please people. I need to become useful instead of visible. And yeah, to give instead of letting myself be known. I don't know if this is something that resonates with people that are now here attending. Yes, very much. Veronique, which is funny because you're also a manifester. So later in life, the burnout loops came, also depression, and also physical crashes. And I discovered 2 years ago that I had chronic disease, an autoimmune disease. And I have to say that it's quite a challenge to keep up with the current system, being neurodivergent, having a chronic disease. You need more self-care than maybe a general person. And I also worked in psychiatric ward, on crisis units. I worked in trauma clinics, and I came to this painful realization that the system that I was working in, the job that I actually really loved doing, helping people, it was really breaking me. And I think that this system is actually breaking a lot of people. You see that a lot of people who have this passion and this purpose of really wanting to help people, to be of service, and they become a nurse, or they become a psychologist, or whatever it is in healthcare, that the system is completely burning them out. And then the altruistic flame that you have, it slowly starts to dim. So then I decided to completely leave the system and do it on my own. And I think that through diving deeper also into identity work and purpose work, and my training of somatic work really helped me. Purpose, I have to say that for me, one of the tipping ends in my own personal journey was uncovering that I was a manifester according to my human design, that I finally understood how I need to make decisions, how my energy works, and what I actually came here to do, so that maybe my dreams and my aspirations and the things that I had in mind, that maybe I am capable of doing that I'm not dreaming too big. And thanks to that, this is how This Is Yaya was born, by the way. But I think that the biggest thing for me was like, I healed a lot. I was this super nerd who dove into the healing journey. But for me, it was healing in connection, and also building a community, having this reciprocity in relationships again. So it was not me always focusing on the other, but letting people see me for who I am, truly who I am, with all my talents and with all my flaws. And that's exactly why I built this program, because I really want you to have this journey that I deeply needed for myself at that time, at every aspect of my journey. And then, of course, here we have Celia. Celia is my business wifey. We have a professional marriage, and we really love each other very much. But to be completely serious with you, Celia actually also had to grow up pretty quickly. She had a lot of responsibilities from early on, and she grown into a very ambitious, high achieving corporate woman who climbed up the corporate ladder and hustled her way to the top. She did everything right. She checked all the boxes. She was hustling and doing, but she felt completely empty. And she felt bitter. She was burnt out, very disconnected from herself. And actually her whole life was based on performing and doing. And Celia is, by the way, a projector. And I don't know, are there other projectors here in the room right now? Can you show yourselves in the chat, please? Dana says yes. Mitch, me. Sam, yes. Okay, it's soul destroying, for a projector to be yes, Jonathan, you too. To be in doing mode all the time. Until human design found her. And suddenly everything started to click. So she started to shift from this very masculine, like doing, and hustling mode, more into softening, more into her feminine side, more into being, more into being instead of pushing all the time. I remember there was a participant in the summit a while ago, and she said, well, Celia, she's a little bit like a warm glass of milk before you go to bed. And I think that, okay, if you're lactose intolerant, that's something different, but I think that's the best compliment that you can get, right? And now Celia had like a big life-changing event happening to her. In September, she became a mom for the first time. And here she transformed. She really like her heart really transformed her. She like, it's as if her purpose and being in alignment now became non-negotiable. And it's very beautiful to watch how she's even in newly motherhood trying to align even more into her human design. And now, of course, into this course, she brings neuroscience, she brings human design, she brings career coaching, and she also brings gene keys, but also her very soft, nurturing leadership energy. Because when we think about leadership, we always think about like pushing and hustling. She will show you that there is another way of showing up as an authentic leader by more being instead of doing all the time. And then we go over to Dan. And if you see Dan now, and I think everybody who knows Dan, that they will probably think, okay, Dan is just like a walking Zen temple. But it wasn't always like that. Dan, for instance, he really struggled with addiction and also was super disillusioned and very angry with how society was working. And I think almost like in this anarchy mode of really wanting to have nothing to do with it, and it's injustice, and really becoming very bitter about it. But then he started to study philosophy, and he started to uncover Eastern philosophy, going more into like Taoism, mindfulness, breath work, and all of that. And of course, with ups and downs, he really dove deep into it and really healed himself from the inside out, also healed generational patterns. So today, Dan is actually the rock of this is Yaya. So when everybody is spiraling, Dan is actually just being Buddha 2.0 to all of us. And I have to say that what Dan really teaches us is to be radically present and accept fully what life brings us. Yeah, he teaches people how to return to themselves and how to live peacefully also in your own skin. And then last but not least, we have Jonathan. And I think that Jonathan, he has done, I mean, I would recommend to comment every kind of job that you can think of. Comment it in the comments, and Jonathan probably has done it. Jonathan has done almost every job that you can imagine. And not necessarily because he was lost or anything. It was more because he was searching for a place where he could actually fit. But every time he worked for a boss, he hit the same wall. People didn't really see his strategic mind or didn't appreciate his strategic mind. or his brilliance, or his ability to make systems better and also more efficient. So I have to say that sometimes the ideas that Jonathan has are a little bit ahead of our time. And that's why a lot of people don't really take it in. And I think that doing the purpose work and also human design coming onto his path, he really just realized that, okay, maybe I should stop working for somebody and work for myself. And Jonathan, today now, he's a multipreneur, a strategist who works with different methods like Lego Serious Play. He is really a system builder, and he's the one that actually sees the bigger picture. He's the one that, okay, he sees the problems and he helps you to transform it into action, transform it into something tangible. So as you can see is that each of us, we went through our own journey. Our journey was different. Our lives were very different, but we all had this tipping point where we were like, I can't do it anymore like this. There needs to be another way of doing things. And we found that through nervous system regulation, purpose work, identity work, through self-development, and through also building a community, and through seeking out help and seeking out support. The thing is that we didn't just study it, we lived it ourselves. You have to know that we really, I want to be dramatic here, we really bled for the insights that we have today. We really suffered for it. But we rebuild ourselves with them. And everything that we learned and everything that changed us is what we poured into the Pain to Purpose right now. Just with one simple goal, and that is to really just help you to go from surviving to not only thriving, but to live an authentic life that suits you, that fits you, and that is actually yours. What do you think about that, guys? How does that sound?
Thank you for sharing, Julie. And thank you for sharing our stories a bit. Yeah, it's through experience, well, experience combined with then also, educating ourselves and learning a lot about these different topics and combining it all together that we're able to build a program like this. I would like to talk also a little bit about some top myths. Thank you. And there are some myths, or let's say beliefs that some people have concerning to start a healing journey, or to start the journey of finding your purpose and becoming your authentic self. So first, for example, and some things may resonate and others may not. So feel free to let it know in the comments if it resonates with you. Some myth I hear often from clients is that they need to have things figured out in order to start. So in order to start building your dream life, finding your purpose, finding your authentic self, you actually need to figure some practical things out first. But it's actually the other way around. When you start working on breaking patterns, breaking generational trauma, breaking limiting beliefs, that you start figuring things out, and all of the practical things around you spontaneously fall into place. Another myth is that some people, and that's the part of self-doubt and imposter syndrome, they think that they do not have what it takes. We inherently all have what it takes to live out our purpose. We are here for a reason. The universe wanted us. We are born for a reason, and it's to live the most fulfilling life we can live. So we inherently have what it takes. We just need to find it. And you also build what it takes by taking the first step. So by starting the healing journey or journey towards living out your purpose, your authentic self, gradually it becomes clearer and clearer to you that you do have what it takes. But it takes time. But a lot of people have this self-doubt as a basis holding them back. Then we have people that are very, very active, and they're like, nah, I'm too busy to find my purpose, or I'm too busy to deal with generational trauma or breaking patterns. I just have to, grind, work, and my day-to-day life is too busy. Which is just not completely true in the sense that you find purpose in small intentional moments. There's 24 hours in a day, okay, you have some sleep and you're busy going through life. But if you break certain thought patterns, you can do it in these very small, short moments already. Just starting to work with your intention, changing your thoughts piece by piece. And that's what I talked about earlier concerning behavioral science. You change incrementally by starting with very small things. So those small intentional moments, that's where you start. So you can't really be too busy to do that because it's very small and doesn't take up a lot of time. Another myth is that purpose has to be big or world changing. That simply isn't true for most of us. Purpose is often very simple. Now, simple does not mean it is easy. There's a big difference. But the statement itself of what your purpose would be can be very simple. I want to heal people through sound healing with music, for example, could be a purpose. It's simple, but it's not necessarily easy to get there to live out that purpose. That's also what we help with in the program. You may already have a sense of what your purpose is. Then we help you to live it out fully, or you may not at all have an idea of what your purpose is, and we help you to find it. But a myth holding us back is thinking that it needs to be something big or world changing, and we search for this big type of purpose. Now, it's something that will come to you spontaneously, and you will have a sense and a feeling that this is the direction you want to take your life in. And then a final one is that people often think that other people know better than I do. But generally, your inner voice knows best. So it may be that you want to be very good at a certain thing. You kind of know what your purpose is, or you want to be the best in a certain career trajectory. But then you think other people are already super good at it. They already know better. So I'm just gonna leave it on the side and not follow this direction or this vision that I have. While you are bringing something authentic and original to what you are doing, even if other people are already being a guitarist, for example, that doesn't mean that you can be a guitarist in your own unique way. So, and that's basic for any type of purpose or vision or direction that you want to take your life in. Your inner voice is unique and knows best, and other people they don't know what's going on inside you. So those are some 5 myths, and I will give the virtual mic back to Julie and Celia.
Okay. So, as the slide states, you might think, are we the right people for you? So what you're going to see right now is a couple of testimonials that we had from the first edition. We're not going to exactly ramble them. You can read them on the slides himself. I think Mitch is also here. So maybe Mitch, if you want to state something later, like why people should join, you can definitely say that. But the beautiful thing that we really noticed, and please, Celia, add if I'm forgetting something, is that some people really transformed health-wise. Some people really transformed in their career. For instance, there was somebody who decided that she wanted to become a healer and now part-time lives in South Africa. Somebody became an art dealer. For instance, Mitch, he did his first open mic. He's now present here, and he talked to publishers to publish his book on poetry. Then we also have somebody who decided to become a teacher, and she's starting her education soon. I don't know, Celia, is there something that you would love to add on this part?
Perfect. You have them all.
Okay, so it's not that we want to say how good we are, it's just to state that actually this really works, and the second edition is actually better, even better than the first one. Okay, I think that this is the most important one, guys. is I'm going to explain you a little bit about the program itself. Like it was already said before, it's not just a course where you go through some e-learning material and you follow a workshop. No, it's a whole ecosystem. It's really well thought through, or how do you say that? So we have our e-learning, we have our live sessions, we have our community, you have your accountability body. Everything is adjusted like that we guide you through this 12-week program, but also this program is made for you. So even if this ends, you have 2-year access to the community and also to the e-learning. So if you want, you can keep your monthly calls with your peers. If you go on this next job interview, or if you're having a big win or a big fail, or if you're nervous about something, you have your community to fall back onto. So you can keep each other accountable. It's like an onion, like peeling all the layers, and then maybe in a couple of months you healed something and then you bump into something else. You dive back into the program and then you will see, okay, I have some videos, I have some tools on this, I have some practical things. I can go through this with my accountability buddy. So we are setting the foundation in the 12 weeks from past to future. And then you have tools for a lifetime and also a community for a lifetime if you want. So when we look at the past, so here you can see the transformation points that you go through. So we really chose what was most important to prep people to step into their power, to step into their purpose, right? It's working with limiting beliefs, deconditioning, and working on your nervous system, because you can know what you're meant here to do and you can follow your passion and your purpose as much as you want. But if your nervous system is chronically dysregulated, if you are still stuck on your limiting beliefs, then of course you will not be able, or you think you will not be able to follow and pursue your passions and your purpose. What is new this year is that we added generational patterns. So in the beginning of this year, I started to study systemic work, to work with generational trauma. And actually, we carry so many patterns with us, guys, that is actually from previous generations that are holding us back from living our purpose. So we thought it would be very interesting to add this to the past section as well. So here it's all about uncovering, identifying, building a container, building capacity, and letting go of certain things. This, of course, will go on throughout the whole journey, but here we set the foundation. So when that's done, we go actually to the heart of the program, and this is purpose. This is focusing on the present. Okay, who am I in my essence? What are my talents? What are my unique strengths? What am I good at? How do I need to make decisions? How can I be in alignment? And okay, I uncovered all of this and I start to integrate all of that. But yes, we live in a chaotic world. How can I align myself in a chaotic world like this? It's super difficult. This is also something that we thought about. So we actually added a new workshop that will teach you everything on how you can align to your unique blueprint in this world. Dan will also bring a lot of Eastern philosophy nuggets your way and how to be radically present in your authentic self. So here you discover who you truly are, what you're meant to do, and how to stay present in a chaotic world. And then we move over to the future section. So here you already had quite of a journey, right? You let things go, you start to uncover, but okay, now I know all of that, I integrated that, I have a lot of awareness, but now I want to focus on the future. How can I make all of these things tangible? So this is, for instance, where Lego Serious Play comes in. I still have it on my desk and I use it regularly. When I have something like an issue or a problem, I start building. So thank you, Jonathan. I'm eternally grateful for you. Here we will focus on the next step. So you have a clear idea, you have a clear vision, but what am I going to do right now? How will I pivot from like short-term, mid-term, long-term goals, right? And Celia had an amazing idea, and we are are her co-hosts, she's going to do a workshop on the big collective and energetic shift that is going to happen in 2027. And that's so important, guys, to start right now, to start aligning to who you truly are, to start living your purpose, because the world is going to change and we need to be prepared for it. So really now is the moment to do that. Okay. What here you can see, for instance, the e-learning that we use it's through Kajabi platform, which you're also in right now. It's very smooth. It also reminds where you were, for instance, and that if you don't look at it for a couple of weeks, you go back and then you see exactly where it left you off, right? I think the most important thing that I can tell you regarding this program is to show up live. Follow the instructions that we give you. And when you have time and capacity, you can dive deeper into the bonus vault. You can dive deeper into a nervous system regulation toolbox, which I specifically and especially made for you guys to really dive deeper into all of this. So yes, we will have video material, we will have PDFs, all the nuggets that you need actually, and I'm not over exaggerating, but you will, this is for a lifetime, guys. The 12-week program will set the foundation, but all the information and all the nuggets that's inside of that, you can just throw out when the program is already done, sometimes come back, and when you reaches that other layer of your onion, you come back and you dive deeper into a specific and certain topic. So we already announced that this program in total is more like the value more than 5,000 euro. But our academy price is way lower because we actually really want to make it accessible for you guys as well. So the normal price is 2,449 euro. But as an early bird price, you get a 500 euro discount. And you see the price below that it's 1,949 euros. And you can have a 6-month payments plan. You can pay in full. The spots for the program is limited because, okay, we want a group of 30 people, but not more than that, because everybody needs to know each other and it needs to be manageable. We want to keep it personal. We could easily let 100 people enroll, but we don't want to do it like that. So we want to have like a close community that we really can get to know each other. What we also really liked in the first edition was that 2 friends enrolled in the program, and we really love that dynamic. So we want to incentivize that a little bit. So if you bring a friend, and I know that actually like 3 people that are attending right now, maybe more, are friends of each other. If you don't win, each of you get an extra 10% off. So we have the early bird price and then an extra 10% off if your friend enrolls. And as an extra bonus, to just show you a token of appreciation, is that the first people who buy, they get 2 free one-on-one coaching vouchers. What does that mean? If you say, okay, I'm entering and I want to work more on my nervous system, I'm going to Julie, or I want to dive deeper into Eastern philosophy, I go to Dan. I want to build on an idea that I have for my future business, I go to Jonathan. Or I want to dive deeper into the human design trenches, I go to Celia, for instance. Okay. Thank you, Joren. I also think that this program sounds great. Our soul is deeply embedded in this. Okay, Jonathan, I think, yes, the stage is yours.
It's easier to find excuses than to find solutions. And it's very easy to come up with reasons why this is not for you. And all I can say is this. I was in the first one. I will be in the second one. I will be in the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, ninth, 10th. As long as they indulge me, as long as they can live with me, I will be there, because I strongly believe that the value you get for what you are paying, it's totally not a comparison. You get the best of everything, we are not perfect. Everyone has its flaws, each in our own way, but combined, we have something unique that can actually propel you. And I've already took quite a lot of business plans myself, went to the workshop, went to the programs, did all these things. There's a reason why people write books and read books. The reason why people write books is because they usually achieve something, or they did a lot of research on something, sometimes years and years and years. They had a lot of struggles, a lot of issues, a lot of all these kind of things. And they write it down in a book. So when you read this book, you don't have to make the same mistakes that they did. Einstein had a philosophy about it. It's called the philosophy of insanity. If you do something again in the same way you were doing it before, and you think you will have another outcome, you're insane. When you hit your head against the wall and it hurts, and you do it again and you think it will not hurt, you're insane. So if these people made all these mistakes and they write it down for you in one book, and by reading the book, you can avoid all these mistakes or lessons, you can learn them from a book. And for that, you don't have to go through all this pain. What we offer you here is a lot of experience with not only learning how to do these things, but also failing in all these things, failing forward, getting better, getting more knowledge, collecting more knowledge, making connections, interactions between us, and all of this, in which we spend years on together, and each individually, even much more time, you will get just combined in these weeks. We have a payment plan for the people that cannot afford to pay at once. We will help you out. If you still have concerns and you're still in doubt, give us a call. You can call or connect or contact any one of us. If you have more concerns, if you have more questions, if you resonate more with the way Dan is speaking to you, or the way Celia is communicating with you, or the way Julie gives her insight, or maybe in some strange way you like the way I talk, well, contact us. Let us know, and let us know. We will ask you. We will answer all your questions. I'm afraid I will fail again. I have good news for you. You will. You will fail again and again and again and again. The only thing is, when you fall, you can choose if you fall just straight forward, or you fall while you're moving forward. And you never, ever have to start back at where you started before. You never start from zero. You always start from your experience. Now, when you fail this time, we will be there to soften the fall, make you get up faster, and you will be at a much higher level than you were before, so you can see further away. So you have much more progress than you ever had before. And I can do it on my own. Perfect. Let us know how it went. Next slide. We invite you to join. Definitely. You're most invited to join. And this simply, it's just your moment. If you wait for the perfect situation, I promise you, it will never happen. You just have to take the first step. And if you're religious or not, there's a quote in the Bible that says, if you take one step, I'll take two, but you have to take the first step. It's the same with us. We can help you, but you have to reach out to us. You have to decide for yourself, do I want to progress, or do I want another year of being stagnant, of trying, of doing the same thing all over again and failing all over again and moving ahead so slow? If you want, we are here to help. We are here. I'm not going to beg you to join. None of us will beg you to join. We offer you the opportunity. We open the doors to all our knowledge, and it has a price. Obviously, it has a price. Everything has a price, and it's your decision to pay, or you pay the money now, or you pay in time. You will pay either way to get where you need to be. The only thing is, if you decide to invest some of your energy that you earned, because money is nothing else than energy. You work for this money, so you invest your money. So you don't invest your money, you invest your energy in what you worked for. In going ahead, if you decide to invest now this kind of money, I can promise you, we will propel you ahead. In these 3 months, not 3 months, we will propel you at least 9 months ahead. We will propel you a year ahead because of all the knowledge that we have. I don't know what your speed is, but we can multiply it. We can exit. We can do it because we did it before. And if the money is too much at this moment for you, perfect. Let us know and we will keep you in touch. We will help you with what we can. But if you really want to jump, go. We are welcome. And if not now, when will you do it? What were you waiting for? Are you waiting for your end years and the New Year's bonus? Let us know. We will make you an offer. We will make you a deal. So, final words go to our founder, which is Julie. Go.
Well, actually, I wanted to leave the final words for our lovely Celia. Is there anything that you want to share with the people, just coming straight from your heart before we go and end?
Yes, I will also be mindful of the time, so I will go straight to the point. But I think what's important here is also what we beautifully saw in every one of you, thanks to the answers you gave since the beginning of this webinar. And we really want to meet you with compassion. And we are here to see the potential that you have maybe a bit and the confidence that you have lost in you, and to put light on all that. And you are also worthy and capable. But we often tend to forget that. And we are just here for you along the way and to support you, to cheer you up, to make sure that you reach your potential and that you reach the results you are looking for. And I think that something that we all have in common is that we are truly dedicated in what we do. We pour our hearts
Yes.
and everything we do in all our clients. And basically, you're not just one client, you really be someone dear to our heart. And when I see the contact we have with everyone that participated in the first edition, there's a very beautiful bond between the participants among them and even between us as a team and the participants. And for us, it's just the most beautiful gift to see you achieve what you want to achieve and to have been there for you on this journey. So here, I'm not the typical pusher and hardcore seller, so I'm not going to have this message because it's not aligned with who I am. But what I just want to tell you is, you know deep down right now if this is meant for you or not. Trust yourself.
Yes.
If you feel called to it, we are more than happy that you are part of this journey with us. And if it's not the case, good job as well, because it means that you are also listening to yourself and that you know that maybe we're not the right people for you, or the program is in the end not exactly what you need. And that's also okay. So don't feel guilty or ashamed, or don't feel pressured in any way. But I think we invested so much in having this second edition more refined and even more powerful than the first one. And we are really, really excited to have you on board. If we also do it just for 30 people, Julie already indicated why, but we also try to select every person who is going to enter. So it's not just open for everyone. We really want to make sure that each one of you has a very specific role and add on to the ecosystem of This Is Yaya. And it's very important for us that you will be able to be part of a group of like-minded people. And because that will also propel you, it's not just being with a group of people. And I think what also makes it very unique, and that's also the feedback we received during the summit, which was very touching and very right on spot, is that we are not the big coaching courses that we can find out there in the US and everything. We make it very human, very small, very intimate. it's not perfect at all, but it comes straight from our hearts. And yeah, I hope that this is what you will also get. Yes, authentic Mitch. Thank you so much. Helping me tonight with my young mom brain.
You'll have to
So
laugh about that.
it's all good. You can laugh because I think I'm very funny tonight. I'm not usually like that. I will have a bit more energy in a couple of months when the course starts.
Remember that the first 5 people who enroll, they can work like personally with us. So please don't hesitate. If it feels like it's whispering something in you, if it really resonates, sometimes you just have to jump and just have to go for it. I don't make promises easily, but I can promise you that is really going to change your life. We have the best at heart. We're not just another marketing, whatever, how you call it. We do this from, this is our purpose, guys. This is our purpose. So please be welcome. Join the community. All of you are super welcome. It's like I already know you a little bit, going through all of your applications. So please don't hesitate. And if there is anything that you want to ask still, if you want to talk to us or have a follow-up, we are here for you, okay? So I don't know if there's like a burning question right now, because then if not, then we can leave. Make sure that you open all the links, but I will definitely send them privately so you can go through the landing page in the checkout. I sent Julie a little video of my face. Okay. Very good. Thank you, Masha. Joran, I will buy it straight away. I'm so motivated and excited. You go, Joran. And no, if you have a friend that you're talking about, only if this program is very fitting for your friend, know that you and your friend will get the 10% discount afterwards. So don't let that be an issue or a problem. Is there any other question that you have before we close off? Because now is the moment, and otherwise we will go and say goodnight to you all. Joran, you know what feels great? I am already making a positive change today. Thanks to you guys. Thank you so much, Joran. That means the world to us. Yeah. Okay. Very, very welcome. Okay.
I know very much. I just have one question for all the people. If you have any questions, please
Reach out.
don't hesitate to reach out to the person that you were feeling connected to the most, that resonated with you the most. We will try to find a way to find, we will try to find the right answer to your questions, and we will find the good way to talk to you. So
Yes.
you understand, until you understand. So
Okay.
from my part, thank you so much for your time, your energy.
Yes.
Thanks
And
everyone for being here.
Yes, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your lovely energy, and keep on choosing you, guys. Keep on choosing you. Bye bye. Bonne nuit.
Bye bye.
Salut.